Alright, so we're back again. Where the keys at, boys, in the building.
So what, season 3, yeah?
Season 3. Season 3.
Season 3. Yep.
Yeah.
2022, boys.
How do we even make it to season 3?
Why? Well, there's still something called lockdown going on, isn't it? Till life get back to fully normal. You know what I mean, there's going to be enough seasons.
That's true.
I reckon we get up to season 10, you know.
I don't see why we shouldn't. Why we can't.
Yeah.
Get to Friends level, yeah?
Friends.
1 million per episode.
Alright, cool. So, 2022. Kick it off with what's going on in the news right now.
Yeah.
I think first thing we should really talk about is the Boris thing, and there's a madness going on right now. There's a madness going on right now. People calling for his head. They want resignation.
Jeez.
Man's partying when everyone else is locked down.
Jeez.
He's not going nowhere, like Raymond said.
He ain't going to go nowhere.
Yeah, he's safe.
You think he's safe?
Yeah, he's safe.
I mean, his own party, apparently. Some of his members of his party want him to resign, but, when you're in a job and you're running things and, you're not going to want to relinquish that power easily at all, are you?
Of course, he don't want to relinquish the power, but...
I mean, man want to chuck more parties and make people eat
The way he got into power as well. I was watching this thing on Sky the other day. He had a documentary about media and politics. And the way he got in was just, he kind of ransacked it and just jumped in and basically forced Theresa May out, didn't he? And got in himself.
Yeah.
So no one really wanted him there. And they were saying like a lot of the real hardcore politicians don't like him because he's not really a politician. He's an entertainer. Yeah. In the same way that what's his name was over the seas? Trump. Yeah. But I think he's going to stay in there because I think I kind of hope he does, and I think that's a controversial statement.
Okay. Yeah. What's the reasons for that?
Why do you hope he does?
Okay. So if he goes, Conservatives are still going to be in. Who's next in line?
I don't know.
I don't even
know.
Priti
Patel.
Oh, is she?
No way.
Yes. You want Priti Patel in there?
Nah. No. I've got my issues with that woman, so nah.
I don't think
Priti Patel, and there's the other man. There are two of them that are next. They do want to get in next, but it's going to be Priti Patel.
Jeez.
They like her. The Conservatives like her. She's going to run things. I'd rather have Boris than Priti.
Tell you now, if Priti get in, there's going to be a lot more people getting sent back to places they don't want to go back to.
You're damn right.
Damn sure.
She love a deportation, boy.
I watched that apology actually. Yeah, I watched the whole thing in the House of Commons, and when he initially goes, watch it back. When he initially goes to say, I apologise, she's sitting beside him. You can see her on the screen. She's got a mask on. As soon as he says, I would like to say I'm sorry, big smile on her face. And she can't hide. You know when you can't hide it. And then she closes her eyes for ages and takes a deep breath and then just composes herself. Really? So inside, they're already just taking the piss.
Of course.
Yeah. But so my thing is this, yeah. Even if, say he leaves, yeah, he resign, he still get paid for it. He still get paid. He's not gonna. There's no consequences for it. That's my thing with that. What's his consequences?
They don't make no money.
If he makes fine, exactly. If he gets fined, who's paying for that?
Yeah,
we are. So really and truly, what is the consequences for a politician?
Yeah,
if they do something wrong, there's no consequences for them.
What I don't understand is how it was illegal to have parties at that time. So why is the police not getting involved? Why is the Met not looking at this?
Because probably some of them were there.
Yeah,
there might have been raid. There might have been raid, but they should be looking into it.
Like I said, they're not going to.
Surely,
he's
as
the boss.
Surely, as people,
who dares look at the boss?
Exactly. Yeah, but surely, as people, as a country, we should be all like, but lobbying for the police to look at this and investigate this. But
we're not, and there's just this, people are just divided, man. You can see through this whole COVID thing, people are divided, and it's just going to get worse. It started from Brexit. It might even go back before Brexit, to be fair, but Brexit's where I start seeing a massive divide.
People ain't
get pulled together.
This country has been, and same as America, I suppose. This country and America, they kind of like mirror each other. Both countries have been divided, really. You know what I mean? You get the certain areas, like you got multicultural areas around the country, but I still think the actual division is still there. You can see it, you can feel it.
It's worse.
Like all of you lot been in rooms where you feel awkward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, everyone's been in a room where they feel awkward and feel out of place.
Yep.
Essentially, you know what I mean? You don't want to feel that way. People might not even make you feel that way.
But
it just feels awkward, you know what I mean? Because especially if you're the only like dark a black person there, they would be like, they will say something stupid that you like know straight away in the back of your head, like why? But you can't, you know what I mean? You just don't want to like make a scene at the same time.
Can't say nothing.
Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't know, but this country is and then you had all the deportation of like the Windrush thing that happened. Was it Theresa May?
Preeti Patel.
Was it Preeti Patel?
Preeti Patel.
Was it
It's been going on for some time.
Theresa May a part of it also? Because she made a statement about people need to go back to their country as well. She had a statement about it, right? So she was in part of it, and then she became, you know what I mean? And then now we're talking about this guy getting kicked out for having parties. I just
But
think,
surely, if because Preeti Patel was part of his party, right? Surely she would have been at that party too. Then,
That's
right?
what I was going to say.
So therefore, she can't take the hot seat.
No.
But they're not asking that question.
They're not asking the
and this is
question.
why I don't trust in the Labour government. No one went on that podium and went, so who else are you on that front row? Because it's common sense to say that. Was at that party?
Yeah.
Because I can't trust none of it. They're pointing at him, so it's almost like they're trying the hardest to get Boris out.
He's the fall guy.
He's the fall guy. But if they're saying 100 people are invited to the party, that means 100 people know about the party.
Yeah.
Whether 100 people went or not, someone needs to go, yo, you can't have this party, by the way.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if there's 100 people invited, then people are going to tell other people about
Of course.
it. So there's going to be loads of people who know
course
about
there
it.
is.
But, you know,
But the thing that there weren't one party. There was more than one party.
Enough parties.
There was more than one party. So there's two major parties, but then each division had their own Christmas party.
and
innit?
of course, people are brocking wild.
So everyone's partying. Do you know what I mean? So
The worst
And
one is...
the only one party that's being investigated is a party that a black guy had. By the, you know what I mean?
But that's the worst party, that's why. He's playing bashment at the party.
everyone in there busting the bogle.
You know what I mean? That's why. See him jumping on tables and that.
but before I don't want the whole pod to be about Boris. So let's move on. But before I do move on, I'm gonna ask each of you a question.
Yeah, go on.
Do you think he should resign, Eli?
No.
You don't think he should resign?
No.
He's admitted what he's done was wrong.
Yeah.
And you think give the man another chance?
Yeah, because I'm interested. No, I don't think give him a chance. I don't think he should resign. Do you know why? Because I would like to see Leroy's coming like. I think. Yeah, no, I don't think he should resign because I want to see what happens with the investigation.
Okay.
I want to really reveal how corrupt everything is when the investigation comes back and says everything's all right.
Do you believe that will happen though? Do you believe that
Yeah,
that'll
I
be
don't think the
revealed?
investigation will find him guilty of anything.
No,
And I'd like
but
to
do you-
see that because then I'd like to say to all these people that have been blindly following our government for the last 2 years, cussing people who are not getting vaccinated or questioning the government, I said, well, look, do you trust them or not? Because at the moment, people are not trusting Boris, but they're still going, yeah, but everything else they're saying is true. And I'm thinking, well, boy, if that was your girlfriend and she lied to you one time about something, you wouldn't trust her about everything else.
Yeah,
would
that's
you?
true.
Yeah, true.
So,
That is
yeah,
true.
my answer is no, let him carry on.
Yeah, my girl, and she's in beauty. Yeah, she like one of our clients said to it, called up and said, look, she don't want to see her no more because she's not vaccinated.
Yeah.
She don't want her to treat her no more because she's not vaccinated.
There's a lot of things like that.
Do you know what I mean? Like stuff, the things like that.
Division.
Like it's massively creating a division.
Yeah. I mean, we talked about earlier about like companies like Nike and IKEA are now getting rid of their staff who are unvaccinated. Apparently,
I thought IKEA wasn't essentially getting rid of the staff. I thought they were doing.
Ask them the question.
I'm going to
IKEA was like saying
Spot like that.
the unvaccinated staff that they have, their sick pay is altered.
oh, sorry, yeah, the sick pay. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
yeah, you're right, you're
Because
right.
they're not vaccinated. But me personally, I would take that in my job. You know what I mean? I say, all right, cool. So what was the question
Anyway,
again?
yeah, let me move on. Pass the question over. Eli
Ray.
had
Thank
the
you. Let's
question.
see what they got.
I'll go to Ray. I don't mind that.
So what? Same question.
So obviously now he's admitted everything that's happened. He admitted he was at the party. He didn't stay all the time, but he admitted he was at the party.
Yeah,
Should he resign?
I think he should resign, and the reason why I say I think he should resign is because if he's the front man who is design or making up these rules, right, and he's not sticking to his own rules, what authority are you going to have now? Who's going to listen to you now?
That's true.
Because at the end of the day, like, you know, anything, like, from my mind anyway, whatever he says to me, that's going to go one ear and out of the other. I was already doing that anyway, but, you know, them rules don't follow me at all, so.
But that's your logical mind, isn't it? Like you all saying, I ain't gonna listen to you. But I'm sure they've put out new rules since then. He put out the 5-day thing. And now people have been like, oh, okay, I can go in for 5 days. So people don't care.
What does that mean?
So if you get COVID, if you've had the vaccine, you don't have to isolate for 7 days. It's 5 days
5
now.
days.
Oh, is it?
People are like,
see.
emails are going out in my work and all that. So everyone's still listening to him.
Okay.
Bullshit. They should be going, fuck off. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
5 days, I'll do what I want.
I'm
But
a
that's
bone
never
just
going to
like
happen.
you did.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm a party just like you did.
Yeah.
That's true. So what about you, Ash? How do you feel about it? Would you give him does he deserve another chance? Should he resign?
Me personally, I don't honestly. Like, my thing is this: if he resign, we get that. What's her name?
Pretty Patel.
Pretty Patel. That woman.
Very, very good chance.
We
Very
don't
good
know.
chance.
Possibly. Eli said it's a good chance. Possibly. We don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. Because he might, if he does resign, let me just say this. If he resigns
He goes
and
all guns
puts out a
blazing.
statement out there and saying, this person was there, this person was there.
all guns blazing.
If he
I
drops
say,
a
listen,
grenade
I'm
as
going
well,
out. Everyone's coming with me. Everyone's coming with me.
Yeah, if he drops a grenade like that, I like that. Yeah, I'm for it.
He ain't doing that. He ain't doing
Hey,
that.
other man done that.
I would do it if I
What's
was
his
him.
name?
I'm thinking.
His friend,
What Cummins? Chris Cummins? Or which one you
Dominic
talking about?
Cummings, isn't it?
It's Dominic
Dominic
Cummins.
his little, his guy, he dropped a bomb on everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he did.
So-
He did.
He aired out a whole heap.
But then after that, what happened? Like, I don't hear that being discussed anymore. Did anything
They
happen to
hushed
these
that
people?
quick.
Exactly.
Know what
They
I mean?
hushed that
So
quick.
it ain't matter what
Yeah.
happened.
So,
So-
quitting is a way of escaping. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
It needs
exactly.
to be
So-
done by the police.
I feel like him resigning, is there going to be further action on him? And then the next person that comes in, are they not going to do the same thing? Are they going to do? They're going to have a party, a secret party this time, where then nobody's going to know about
Yeah, but
it. They're going to be a bit
but
more,
they thought they had a secret party.
Let's be honest. Do you actually care that they had a party?
No.
I don't really care. I'm
No,
good.
I don't feel no way about
I
that.
ain't bothered
It
about
shows.
it.
Yeah, it just shows for me.
Yeah.
It's just opened up. It
Yeah.
opened. I'm hoping it opened other people's eyes.
Yeah, but
to
for me,
what
like,
I already knew
Exactly, for what we
within
already
myself.
knew. That's why I was still going out there doing what I was doing or whatever, blah,
Yeah.
blah, blah, because, boy, it is what it is. Like, you know, I knew things like this are going to happen.
Yeah.
You know?
What it shows me, obviously, COVID exists, and we know people that have been
of
affected
course.
by it.
yeah.
We do.
But what it shows me is that they knew, ain't that bad. Ain't really gonna mash up hardly anyone. Let's
Nah.
party.
Yeah,
let's do what we do.
Because if
Do
they knew
anyway.
this disease was gonna like
Yeah.
kill you off as soon as you touch someone,
Yeah.
they ain't having
No,
no
no,
party.
They're not
Party,
having
they're
a
not,
party.
yeah.
100 man up in the party.
So even back
100%.
in that May 2020 when it was the worst, they knew it weren't that bad. Who's getting the drinks? Who's getting the drinks in?
Does that-
no way!
Yeah.
If that
So-
was like some acid lizard sucking disease,
No
they'd be
mask
going
on as
to
well.
get-
Yeah, you know
No
what I mean?
way.
No
so,
way, no one's
so
doing
do you
that.
think they've fluctuated the numbers?
Of course.
Inflated, yeah?
100%. Because there's a narrative that needs to be followed right now through an agenda. And they need to bolster those numbers in order to carry out their agenda. Right?
Yep.
In order to say, yeah, we need to
We need to have this.
put this as has to be, you have to be vaccinated. Do you know what I mean? Because that's where it's heading to, innit? It's going to be, all right, my sector is going to get hit next, yeah?
Yeah.
'Cause I think they're saying until April. But obviously there's talks going on whether or not we're going to have to do it.
Get
Because
your ass,
obviously,
Mr. Postman.
because they're going to have issues in the parliament. Because you got doctors,
I should laugh, man.
nurses,
I know.
you got all these professionals that they're short on already, saying that they don't want to have it. So they you know what I mean? It might get to a stage where they're going to need to rethink, or these people are going to be willing to say, you know what, I'm going to take it because my livelihood. Because it's getting to that stage
When
where it's messing. Once you're messing with people's livelihood,
Yeah.
it's a different ball game.
And
Yeah,
you
of
see-
course it is.
Did any of you see that story the other day about them possibly bringing in doctors and nurses and stuff from Nigeria?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I'm guessing what will happen there is it's going to be the people who have had the vaccine who will
Yeah.
come in.
to replace
know,
them.
so-
I don't want.
That last 20% are going to get their injections quick when they hear that.
That's true. You're going to miss out that money. My mindset would be, okay, right. So if you're going to have these people coming from Nigeria, so what's going to happen to these jobs in Nigeria? Maybe
Yeah.
I'll just go there and just take one of them jobs in.
Yeah.
That's true.
That's how my mindset would be. But you know, it all depends what circumstances are. If you got like 4 or 5 kids here, you ain't going to do that at
Mortgage,
all.
you got people got new things to worry about. It's a hard one because
It is hard.
I remember
So-
last year saying that if it comes to it and it's my job on the line, I'm taking the jab.
We said the same thing.
But now I don't feel that way no more.
No,
If it comes to it, I'll quit my job.
I'll quit my job and do
Because it's gone too
something else.
far now. Too far. Like, we can find another job.
Yeah.
I don't know what these lot are doing to people right now.
I mean, I saw this statistic. Our friend Curtis sent me something the other day with the amount of things this jab is affecting. Now, I don't know if you remember when I had Bell's palsy years ago. I said to Curtis, I never want to have that again. There was something like was it 2,000 over 2,000 people who had the jab have had Bell's palsy now.
Jesus.
And then there was like, for the thing that Curtis had, there was multiple people who had that as well. Like thousands we're talking about. Thousands of like.
Mash up your immune system.
Is there 2,000,
Mash up your immune system.
30 people in their 30s who have died with no comorbidities? No, there's not. So like that tells you already, it's not the option for you. It's common sense.
Yeah.
So moving on to obviously about the jab and people not taking the jab.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Novak.
Okay, Novak Djokovic, yeah.
Man's been deported.
World number one. I didn't think they'd do that.
Deported from Australia. That's messing with man's money.
Yeah.
You can't play in the Australian Open, which is what, reigning champion.
Yeah, he's won it like 10
who's he
times or
sponsored
something
by?
like that.
The good thing about
I think he might be sponsored by Nike.
this good thing about Novak is
Yes, he is
for
Nike.
athletes like that.
No, I don't know if he is actually. No, I don't think he is.
No?
Because Federer and Nadal are. I don't know if Novak is as well.
Right,
I
so-
want to say someone like, what's the Anthony Joshua? Who's he sponsored
Under
by?
Armour, isn't he?
Under
Pony or
Armour.
something.
I wonder if he's sponsored by Under Armour.
We should also highlight Kyrie as well, because Kyrie's another one. So these athletes that's standing and say, look, I'm not willing to take something. Kyrie and Fumi stands is like, look, I'm not taking something I don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
I'm not taking something that I feel I don't need.
So
Do you know what I mean?
what's Novak's stance though? Because what I saw before is that they couldn't prove whether he'd had it or not, and he
didn't tell anyone if he'd had the vaccine or not.
Yeah.
But so I think how it all became a big blowout is he applied for the visa.
Yeah.
He didn't apply for it. His people applied for the visa.
Yeah.
And there was some storytelling along the line. Let's say there's storytelling along the line. He said he didn't go one. They said he didn't go one country, but actually he did go one country. He also contracted coronavirus before
Entering.
and
He went to a award show or something, didn't he?
He went to was it an award show?
He got an award.
It was I think it was something for kids.
Yeah.
something with kids. Yeah.
So he went to the show, but he shouldn't have really gone. He did an interview with someone. He shouldn't have really done the interview because he was meant to be isolating.
Yeah.
And then obviously he's gone to He's gone to Australia, and they've obviously held man back.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is they obviously know he didn't have the vaccine, because if
He's
he
the
had,
world number
he
one,
would have
though.
just said, "Yeah, I had it."
But he's the world number one though, man.
Exactly, and he's the face of kind of tennis as well, isn't he? So.
Yeah,
someone like
but
that-
if you're taking this stance now, you were always going to take that stance.
Yeah.
But for someone like Novak and say Kyrie, the difference between them and us is they don't financially, they're fine. If someone say to them, "Oh, don't play another tennis match," cool. Do you know what I mean? They're financially sorted for the rest of their life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't need to work another day in their life. But for the average Joe, what's our position?
Disaster.
How do we move around that? Because that's
Well, bridge time. What? No, I wouldn't do that really.
I don't want to be forced because that's what it's getting.
It is going to get to that place.
Forced to take something that I don't want to take.
It is going to get to that
Do you know
place.
what I mean? So it's. So where's my right? So where do I go? Who do I speak to about these rights of mine that I'm supposed to have?
Mash up my body, bro.
Yeah.
Every month you gotta go in and take.
It's going to be like the iPhone. People are going to be on vaccine 13 soon.
I'll tell you what though, right?
Isn't it? They are.
Everyone
I'll
got
tell
the
you what.
jab.
You know,
This is
what jab you had today?
Do you know what I mean?
this is my thing, right? With the whole vaccine, right? So no one really knows what's going to do to your body, right?
Of course I don't.
You start taking it, it starts mashing up your immune system. Then other stuff's going to lick. And then what? You're going to have to keep taking vaccines for everything that gets licked from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, it's where does the line draw where, you know, you can start kind of, I'm not even going to say get back to normal, because we ain't going to get back to normal. What we're living in now is what we're going to see going forward. But where do you get to a part where it's kind of like leveled off, where like, you know, you can, you know, start doing things?
I think soon.
You reckon it'd be soon?
Yeah, I think because Omicron is weak as hell. They're
they're saying that's
at
the weak.
least 5 times weaker.
Yeah.
So I think perhaps we got a few months left.
It's few months.
Yeah, but listen, I'm not saying the governments are going to act in that way, but in terms of the virus itself,
Watch you go hear this in the next team. What? Is that what you think? Pow! Next team.
it's my word, yeah. We got 3 months. We're going to be going till April and then we're done.
You reckon?
Bro,
That's why.
April 2027, 28,
27?
something like
Is that Jamaican year?
27.
No, yeah, I don't. But the government might not react in that way, but.
Okay. I'll tell you, someone's watching now thinking, yeah, that's what you think. Watching this team.
There's another one drop. Bam!
Yeah, exactly that.
There will be another variant, but they're saying they're going to keep diluting.
They're going to keep diluting and being weaker and weaker, weaker, is what they're saying.
To the point it's not even worth thinking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so
back to Novak.
let's go back to Novak. Yeah, back to Novak. So obviously we know he's now been deported and he's not allowed to play in Australian Open. I think, don't quote me on this, but I think he's now not allowed to go to the country for 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
That wouldn't surprise me.
So that's a few tournaments.
Yeah, but, all right.
Let's say he gets a couple mil for each tournament he plays in.
Yeah. But is that affecting him?
It's not going to affect him as such.
Do you understand what I mean? Like
rankings, things like that.
At the same time,
yeah, but then they have so many different other majors that.
But will everyone start taking the same stance? That's the thing. Will the French Open start doing it?
That's
will
what I was going to ask.
US Open start doing it? All the majors, you know.
That's what I was then going to ask.
And then
what then happens?
And he's at a point where he can overtake and become the greatest ever,
of all time,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So I was like, yes,
you know,
that was gas right now.
Roger's not there, is he? Is he?
No.
Nadal's there, so you know, and Nadal came out the other day and basically
he tried
even try and defend man.
He couldn't
try and you know
he couldn't defend
say
him.
You know the rules basically.
Yep.
You need to stick to the rules.
That's how he is though, man. Them that don't give a damn.
He's got multiple fans, right? I'm guessing that love him and follow him. What happens going forward in these tournaments if they find out he's not there? Do these people just say, you know what, on this, we're not going to pay?
Yeah, but
go and see it. Does that start messing up with the tournament's money as well?
But they might start rioting, Ray.
Who?
Good point.
The fans, them.
Nah.
You don't see them in Australia.
Them tennis fans.
Do you not see them in Australia?
The tennis fans are rioting, man. There's a couple of teams.
You didn't see none of the stuff on the news of them in. Them man were happy out there.
Creamy, that's what you're looking for.
They were happy out there in Australia.
Okay, they might riot.
They weren't happy in Australia. They all went up to signs. They went up to the what are they called, the embassy and all them things.
Because they probably paid thousands to get out there.
They were not happy, bro.
And then
do they get refunds or something? That's true. You know, if you go to watch a tournament or.
You expect it.
Any solo thing.
Because does it become false advertising? Because the main actor you want to see is not there. So will you get any money back? I don't know how these things work.
You're not getting any money back.
They won't get their money back because the tournament's still going to be on.
The tournament's still on.
Yeah,
still
you're watching someone else.
They don't go, oh, you're paying to see Novak.
That's cold as well. Put the man in the drawer. The man was ready to play tomorrow.
That's what they did. They put him in the drawer, and then all of a sudden, oh, sorry about this. We got to withdraw it one more time.
He was about to play. He's like.
He's fist bumping.
You got paid for not even playing, man.
He's fist bumping. Yes,
you get bumped up.
Yeah, you get bumped up,
and he gets paid for that.
You get paid each round you go through. Yeah,
you know what I mean. He's happy. I'm taking that.
I'm taking it. He must have been praying. Please let the man visa. Please.
This Djokovic thing and the Boris Johnson thing, if you think about it collectively, it kind of shows us what we've already known, that the rich and the powerful people, they can buy their way out of prison. They can buy their way out of stupid things like a parking ticket or whatever. Nothing affects them. But now COVID's coming. It's supposed to even the playing field. So they've got to be they can't get away with it as easily anymore without our scrutiny. And the press are starting to pay attention to it. And I don't know why, because the press were playing ball for years.
The press,
but now they're starting to pay attention. Why are they
paid enough Djokovic
money? Don't get it twisted where the press are now trying to expose things, whereas they're getting people on side or something. There's another agenda behind it. Because the press are powerful. They've got the power to make the innocent look guilty and the guilty look innocent. So so something's going on what we don't know about. But
there's always some hidden agenda, isn't there?
Yeah, of course.
But I like where you were going with that, Eli.
Yeah,
about the rich and the powerful. So that brings me on to our next thing.
Oh lord.
Prince Andrew.
Oh lord.
We heard
Randy
that.
Andy,
Randy Andy. I like that, Ray. But we heard it. That dropped this week.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I got to bring this up in a podcast.
Yeah. There's nothing new though, is there?
It's nothing new except that
What's the news with him?
they're bringing him to trial.
Oh yeah.
They're taking him to trial.
Civil trial though.
Yeah, but still.
He's paying his way out of that.
Of course he's going to pay his way out of it. But
There's talk that the Queen is not going to back him, and apparently he's got to sell one of his yards or
Yep.
something to pay
Really?
for costs or whatever.
Yep.
I don't know if that's true
One
or
of
not.
his yard. Imagine we can say that.
the thing is,
I just pay one. I just buy sell one of my house.
I feel sorry for Prince Andrew. You know?
what?
Listen to this.
This is controversial.
This man
No,
here.
it's not controversial.
It is. Go on.
I'm not excusing him,
Go on.
and he's probably guilty. But I feel sorry for him for not being able to foresee the future 30 years ago, 20 years ago, where they're thinking they're going to this fantasy rich playboys, island to live out their dreams or whatever. They're not thinking, Leroy.
I'm telling you
They're
now.
not thinking
Go on, I'll let you
in
finish.
20
I won't
years'
let him
time,
finish.
everyone's going to have this device where they can communicate with the world instantly and have as much power as a press person to be able to get their word out.
Listen,
They're thinking the world's going to be how it is now,
I'm gonna say
and no
one
one's
thing.
going to be able to snitch on
I'm going to tell you something now.
Dirty Andy knew exactly
There
where he
you
was
go.
going.
Listen.
He knew exactly where he was going.
He knew what he was
He knew
doing.
who he was hanging out with, yeah?
Of
Man
course
said,
he
I
did.
probably shouldn't have stayed there. But he knew who it
He
was.
knew what he was doing.
I know he did.
Epstein was
But
running
he didn't
things.
know in 20 years' time that people would be able
Nah.
to catch him and have a voice like that.
But so,
He didn't know. He
how is
thought
that
the royal
excusable?
family was
though?
going to run
it's not
news.
excusable.
but-
Exactly.
but they do.
So what you feel sorry
how
for
is
him?
it
You feel sorry for him because he got catch.
Yeah, basically.
That's what you saying. You feel sorry for him because he got catch. That's what he said.
I feel sorry for him because the world's moved and he didn't realise it was moving that way.
Nah, you lying, man. That don't matter.
That's not excusable.
You know what he's doing, bro.
No excuses for stuff.
And it's not like he was flipping like a child or something like that. You didn't know. Oh,
He's
I
a
didn't know what's
big
going
man.
on. He's a grown man.
He's a big grown man
Man was
playing
in
with
the
kids.
picture
You know what you are.
chin and
Do you
teeth.
think that he knew these girls were underage?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think he cared. I don't think he cared.
I can't say. I don't know him to say that. Well, I don't know if he
I
cared
think
or
my
not,
man's
but
sitting there thinking 16. That's good enough for
Listen,
me.
that woman
15,
was the
I'm doing
groomer. Yeah? She was the groomer. She would have known. So therefore, she would have said, I've got this young thing here. for
Who,
you."
Gillian?
Yeah.
Gillian Maxwell.
And you can't tell me that you
I
couldn't
feel
find
she's-
out.
I feel she's a bit of the fool person though,
Nah, Ray.
because
Nah.
okay, yeah, she deserved to get everything that's coming to her. But why I'm saying I think she's the fool person is because
She is.
Epstein got killed off in prison. 100% he got killed
course
off.
he did. They assassinated him.
Got killed off. So therefore,
Now the
now
cameras
she's
don't
doing
work.
it. Yes, I know.
And the prison guards fell asleep. Sorry.
I know,
course
I
it
know.
did.
But yeah, exactly. So now she's the main culprit, the main person. And the thing is, there's a massive ring that we would never know about because people in power are going to protect it. I mean, there's tricklets are coming out now, but you know, when it gets to a point, people are getting taken out. You know,
I am surprised
If
that
she decide to talk, it's over.
she can't.
She
She
get
won't
taken
talk.
out.
she can't talk,
She
bro.
won't
She
talk.
knows she gets
She
assassinated.
knows she gets taken. But what life is she gonna have now though? If she's gonna be locked up for a lot of
Exactly.
years,
She's gonna be in prison.
Because
man.
I'm
You might as
thinking to
well get taken
myself. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Get me?
What?
Exactly.
What, you might never come out, bruv.
20, 30 years. You know what I mean?
How is she?
I don't know how long
she
she's
she
gonna
get
take.
30 years.
She's gonna be in
She's
there till she's like 90 or something.
Yeah.
dead. You might as well dead
She
now.
dying there.
Yeah.
She's gonna catch COVID and die next week. You watch.
Believe
Yeah, of
I'm
course.
coming out.
COVID.
Everyone was up in there. I'm naming
A new
names, bro.
strain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Epstein.
The Epstein strain.
There's a theory that Epstein, because when they went to Epstein Island, there were rooms with loads of hidden cameras in them. They were kind of doing them kind of things. So it's possible
It's
He's
funny
black
though.
though,
that
yeah.
Prince
He
Charles
could have
didn't
been.
know. He knew
Wait,
there was something
not
wrong,
Charles,
but he
man,
didn't know.
Andrew.
All right.
Probably Charles too.
Think about it this way, Eli. If that was from that party alone, how many other sex parties you think these lot are taking?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Exactly my point. So they just because they got nabbed in one sex party, don't mean that they probably had millions they've been through in this country
I
already.
saw that
Do you
interview
know what I mean?
with Bill
So-
Gates where they were asking him questions, and that was so uncomfortable
that.
to watch, man. That was like you're up in there, 100%.
Of course he
up in
is.
there.
He said I wanted to get marriage advice or something. Idiot. That's the kind of thing your kid would say to you. Just slap him in the head and say, "Shut
Yeah.
up, man." Like that's the stupidest
Conk him
line
in the head,
ever.
But
Yeah.
the thing is, yeah, what I don't understand with these big, powerful business people, yeah, they got intelligent minds, yeah. So when you go in for the interview, what make you say something stupid like that?
Yeah, but the
It's
thing
hard
is,
to lie,
the thing
isn't
is, they've got intelligent
Yeah, you're
minds.
right. It is hard to lie. When you're under pressure, it's hard to lie.
Exactly.
But they, like, I always say this, like, you can meet the most intelligent people in the world, but common sense wise,
exactly.
no common sense there at all.
You're right.
So you know what I mean. So they're not trained for them kind of things there.
Them mans are awkward in social gatherings and stuff unless they're talking about their line of work.
Yeah, I can't see anything's going to come of it, if I'm honest with you. I can't see that he's going to get touched at all. Boy.
Chris Tucker's going down, you know that?
What?
Oh.
Chris Tucker's in some weird situations, you know?
Listen.
He was on the plane with Epstein and...
He ain't the only one, you
what's
know.
his name? Bill Clinton.
You'll be surprised about the amount of people who's in them kind of things,
But I bet right now
John
he's my
Legend,
next
his
prediction.
wife.
He's the first one.
All of
Chris
them,
Tucker's
yeah.
going to be the first one that gets convicted.
Yeah. For all of them other ones.
You're going to see a thumbnail of his face.
That's why Chris Tucker is not saying nothing. No comedy, not making no show.
Must be on the yeah, but he might have seen some stuff that he must have think, boy,
I'm out of this place,
exactly, I'm out of this. And then you didn't really see him for a little while.
Yeah, he went weird.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't do no
Why? He
films.
must have seen something. You must have seen something.
I heard stories about him with Michael Jackson and kids and stuff as well. Not touching kids, but hanging out with Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'm not
playing
hearing
with kids
that,
on
though.
dirt bikes and stuff like that. Chris
not.
Tucker's done some different stuff, man.
I'm not hearing that Michael Jackson stuff though. I'm not
Like for a
gonna lie.
black comedian to be on that aeroplane with Clinton and Epstein and then people.
Yeah, he was
What's he
travelling
doing
some
out there?
circles. No?
Wilding out there.
But he ain't the only one though. There's a lot
Man
of
flying a
people.
plane probably just think, I'm going to a party with these rich people.
There's a lot of people.
And then go off the
I'm
plane
telling
and
you.
got to the house and think, Ross.
Yeah.
Just because he's black don't mean he's morally in line with us.
No,
That's true.
No,
That
of
is
course
true.
not.
That is
I mean,
true.
like,
Of course
That's
he's
true.
not.
I bet he wishes he never done that interview now, don't he?
Oh, that interview mashed him up.
They said they're going to use the sweat thing against him, didn't they?
No, yeah.
That interview went mash him up, bro.
Apparently, they don't approach the doctors and ask them about it being a medical condition, and there's no notes of him having it.
They mashed that interview, mash him up.
What kind of?
But that's why I keep saying that all of them done it.
Thinking, bro, you could come up with something better than that.
It's hard to lie.
Well, I've never seen her in my life. I've never heard of her. I've never seen her in my life.
It's hard to lie, boy.
Oh, well, we got this picture.
What kind of talk is that? No, honestly.
That's not me.
Yeah.
No, he said it is him.
Yeah.
But I don't wear those clothes.
Yeah.
And then what did he say that day as well? That he was at
Pizza Express.
some Pizza Express in somewhere. Can't
That's
remember.
dumb.
Yeah.
It's a house, bro.
Anybody
It's a
that worked
house.
at Pizza Express would remember you.
Would remember.
coming.
Yeah.
Even
So why would you say that?
Man can even say whose party it was, and the people whose party is supposed to be hasn't even come out and said, yeah, that was our party. That was our
Working
daughter
out their
party.
deal
So.
right now, aren't they?
Yeah, of course. Look at
Hey,
the money.
no, but that's you.
I'm sure she said it was at her house. right? She said it was her house, right?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, if you're a potential alibi for him, say you were the people at his party, and you know you're at the party, and they say, he come up to you, Prince Andrew's advisor said, Leroy, T, look, all you have to say, you're not going to go to prison, just say, we're at your house between 4 and 6. Here's 22 million.
Boy,
Taking that.
What do you say?
he was with me all the time.
You was going prison. That's what I'm saying.
And that's why he's going to get off.
Man's can
Because
do it,
money is going to...
Yeah, of course,
they've got all the money in the world.
you're
I'm going to be like, this is what I'm going to say. Make it 30, we got a deal.
Yeah. Exactly. So
32
that's
million
why
make
he's
it
getting
30. I need 30. The age of 8,
I got
man.
national TV. He was at the party. He was so sincere. This is the gift that he bought my daughter.
I was going to buy a gift.
I Photoshop pictures of him dancing around. Yeah, that's what, and that's in your soul. It gets to a point where you're all
you're right.
about the savior of these
To be
victims,
fair,
but then when it comes to it, you're like, oh shit, someone else can save the victims. I'm taking the money.
I want to say, to be fair, morally, I wouldn't. But if you're giving me 30 million, I ain't going to lie.
Yeah,
You can't say no to the money,
I
can you?
can't say no to it.
No.
They ain't even know thinking about it.
You can't say no to that kind of money. You can't.
Where was the party? Where do I sign? Well, I need to say
and on the
that.
flip side of that, it's twofold. Because on the flip side, you say no, and you become an enemy
Yeah.
of the royal family.
And
And then you're looking
You're
at
enemy of the state. Yeah. At any point. Sleep. You gotta sleep quick. You know
COVID. You got hit with COVID, man.
I'm going to the hospital.
I can't go to work, man.
He got hit with Epstein again.
The Epstein strain. It's true though.
You be looking over your shoulder for everything.
Exactly.
I'm taking it. If he's gonna offer me 30 mil to say he was at the party, you was at the party, bro.
Yeah.
I had a couple drinks with him. We took 2 shots.
Standard.
I spun him, man, and I went.
Get me. Yeah.
I was speaking to an older person, and they said, Jamaican person, you know what they're like with the royal family. I feel sorry for the Queen because all of this is happening. Her husband's died, and I just feel sorry for them. And I didn't argue back to an older person, but I thought in my head,
we don't lose
do you not
people,
know that this royal family have killed,
What they've
raped,
done to you,
murdered,
our people as well.
robbed
Look what
for
happened to-
centuries.
Exactly.
Bruv, they still control
that
Jamaica.
person, do you know what I mean? Why do you feel sorry for them? But I bet there's a large portion of our community that probably feel that way older.
Yeah.
You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it still is.
Leave Lizzie
Definitely.
alone.
Yeah, leave her alone. You're one nice.
What's she
You
done
met
for
her
you?
before.
That's what I said. What's she done for you?
Mum, she look nice, man. 100%. You got it. You got it.
Yeah.
She look nice, man. And she don't feel to pick up the pit in them.
Yeah. What is that?
100%.
I don't understand what it is. Why do we love the royal family like that?
I
I
know.
can't explain it, man.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's like it's like having like the picture on the wall or something, like, you know,
The Jesus
white
picture
Jesus.
again. That's that all it
it's
is.
like that kind of thing, really.
You put them on a pedestal from.
And I
they
don't know
probably
whether
had them on a pedestal.
I don't know
from
whether it's
their
also because of
childhood
the
as well,
Windrush generation, obviously being able to come over here. I don't know. It could be that. They could
Like
see
they're
her
the
as
saviour.
being like the savior
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah, could be
Because they
that.
didn't know that why they ended up there in the
in the
first place.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's a lot of that stuff. Also, people go, "Oh yeah, that's in the past." But I'm telling you, this royal family, this generation are doing stuff like that.
Of course they are, man.
So they,
That's how
I keep saying we.
country's that way.
It's a conflicting thing because we
It is
live
a
here. We are British.
yeah.
But whoa.
You're British too. You got
No,
a passport.
I am not
You don't
British.
test. You're
You
more
are-
British than
you-
me.
yeah,
I
you
am
is.
not
I can pass that
British.
test.
Let me put this right now. I am not British. I was
Asho, did you
born
pass the
in
test?
Spanish Town, Jamaica.
Oi,
You passed
oi,
the
oi.
test?
Send this to Pretty Patel.
Yeah.
Send it to her.
No, you don't want that.
Spanish
don't
Town,
want that.
Jamaica. I
She
should,
send your ass home, bro.
but I still got my Jamaican passport.
She send you home, boy.
What address was that, Ashton? Maybe send you
What?
there.
Still the passport with the brown shirt?
Yes,
That was-
that's my passport, bro.
She looked done.
The blue passport, you know it.
But as a British person, do you feel sometimes you have to represent when you're at work or with your other friends? You do have to respect the country, surely. We're in it.
You do have
And they are the country.
To a certain extent. I feel like, I don't know what I do for you British guys. For myself.
This guy's a cheat.
Even more so for you because you don't have a birthright.
I have, yeah, but I don't. I don't know. I respect the people I'm around, and I respect anyone that really was alright with me and stuff like that. I respect them, but I know the history of what they did to my country, so I know. And every other country that they flipping went and destroyed, and you know what I mean, we've all been in scenario where we've been called the N word.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? So we've all been there. We've all been feel like we've been
Violated.
in some way or some form.
I mean, we see it like I will go back to the Euros. We see it up until a point, yeah.
Yeah.
Ridiculous,
You
yeah.
are one of us
Until-
to a point
Until-
you miss penalties in the final, and then
Yeah.
that's it.
And
That's where it's
exactly that's
off,
what it
mate.
is.
And you know what I mean? So
Until you're no good to us, or until you don't do something we
don't
want you to
serve a
do.
purpose for us.
Yeah.
Do you know these people? We know they're dumb anyway and ignorant, but they're even more dumb than they realise when you think about it, because they're dissing us for our colour of our skin. We're British, but then they don't see these royals and these upper class elite people don't give a shit about them.
Of course they don't.
And they're British. They're the British people.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
they're playing this game, but they're not even on the team. They think they're on the team, but they're not even on the team. Do you know what I mean?
I think they're there by
They might as
default.
well just get with the program and
Yeah.
build up with us, and then we just bust all them. You know what I mean? It's stupid.
It is
You said
stupid.
that Dave Chappelle when he said like
Say,
they don't care about you.
It's about money.
You're broke. They
Yeah.
care about me.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
Yeah.
Which is like it's so true. Like they don't care about you.
Claim
They
all
don't
you
care
want,
about your
but-
colour. They just care
Of
about.
course, we're just a number to them, man.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. You know what I mean? As long as you got a national
We're the ground workers
national
for them.
insurance number,
That's
that's
what
what
we
they
are.
care about.
I'm making some rich decisions this year, 2022. I'm not saying I'm going to be rich, but I'm making some rich decisions.
That's why I said about cream in the group. That's my motto for this year.
Cash rules
everything around.
See how much sense they were making in '93. I didn't even know. No. I knew what it meant, but I didn't know what it meant.
I didn't,
and now I'm like,
until I started watching the show, and I was like, "Right, this was bad." I see what he meant. Yeah, you know what I mean. So
I'm only learning that now.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Now, yeah. And just if we were taught differently in school, it might be different.
Not only in school, like from our parents.
Yeah,
they didn't understand it essentially. Yeah,
but like for me now, I sit down with my son and like talk to him for an hour now about certain things. Like I'm trying to teach him the other day about the power of money and so forth, and like I'm gonna start passing wisdom to him.
You have to.
Hopefully, like it will drum into him, and then when he hits the age when he's ready to go out there, you'll be in a better position.
So going on to what we're saying about 2022, some new.
We're going to talk about resolutions,
to money move resolutions. Well, not just resolutions.
What's the movement? Yeah.
Yeah. What you got planned for 2022?
Where are we going with the pod 2022? I think we need to land some guests on this pod, man.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
I think so.
I think we need to land some guests.
Yeah.
Come and talk to us. Yeah, we need to land some. There's some interesting people I want to talk to.
Hell yeah.
Local and bigger as well.
Yeah.
We need to land some guests and just
want to hear their point of view.
Yeah.
Myself personally, do you think the midlife crisis is at our age? Because midlife used to be like 40, didn't it? Yeah. Midlife maybe a bit older now, 50.
I think she's younger.
Really?
Ash, I'm saying that because I just turned 39. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Happy birthday!
Yesterday.
Happy birthday!
Welcome to the club.
The old man club over there. Yeah. Young man team.
I've seen that.
And I'm starting to look at like things that I was comfortable with. I'm just not comfortable with anymore, and I'm starting to reflect on my decisions and think, man, is it too late to go back and make a different decision? And I'm sure that's what the midlife crisis is about.
Where you're at now was where I was when I just turned 39.
Really?
That's where I was at. I was looking back and I was like, this is where I've at. This is where I've come to. This is not where I want to be going forward.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm still there to a certain point. I mean, the first thing was change my job, which now I'm getting my passion back for IT, but I still don't know if IT is where I want to be going forward. But, at least I made that change to know whether it's IT was the issue or if it's something else I want to do. So,
But did we not because I just remember us having these kind of conversation when we was in our 20s.
But when you get to the age though, Ash, and certain things you've achieved or not, or certain things you were looking forward to in the past, you've seen it, it's in your past, and you're like, do I really want to carry on going this way? I mean, at this age, I feel like I've never felt so strongly than this age that
you want to change.
Yeah, but not even like fork in the road, almost like go back and go and do you know what I mean, and just recreate.
Yeah,
that's I ain't gonna go as far as getting a Harley or a Porsche or whatever. Like
not that kind of thing.
Is that
but
from
just
like
more career and going forward?
In the mirror,
is that from reading Rich Dad Poor Dad?
Nah, before I started feeling like that before that.
Yeah, mine was way before that. Yeah,
that book helped me think about some options though.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to my brother-in-law today, and he was saying about his 5-year plan, and he's looking to do a qualification called CMAP, and then try to become an independent financial advisor or mortgage advisor, as I say. And yeah, what he said made a lot of sense, and I'm all for it. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead, man. That's the steps forward. So at least he's got a clear plan of what he wants to do for the next 5 years.
Yep.
I can't tell you hand on heart, I know what my next 5 years plan is going to be.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I can even tell you my last plan. You know what I mean? So
I'm like that.
It's trying to figure out. This I feel like we're at the age now where we're trying to figure out what we can do going forward and then making that move.
I can tell you what my next 2-year plan is, but
T-Roy posted the hip hop thing today.
Yeah.
Hip hop's taught us a lot of bad habits.
Yes,
like one of them was like, I always used to think in my head as well before I do things, don't talk about it, be about it. That's a hip hop saying.
It is,
don't talk about it, I'm just going to get it done and then tell everyone after. But then we realise now, shit, you got to talk it into existence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hip hop fucked up my life.
Hey, no wonder why there's so much reggae in You know, he's how much reggae you listen to nowadays.
It's true though, man. It has, you know.
Hip hop held me back, man. Do you not think you don't really listen to hip hop as much? Did you?
I don't know.
Do you not think hip hop made you think certain ways about certain things? That was
Yeah, of course it did. We was influenced by music. Growing up, we was influenced by music.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course it made you think certain things. Obviously, it didn't make us do certain things. Do you know what I mean? Because, but
that did, man.
I mean,
Flossing and all that. Do you know what I mean? That's hip hop. Them little like the people who was listening to rock and that weren't trying to do all them things.
when you
Like
Some of
people
it,
went to prison, like getting hype off of music and shit.
Yeah, I get it. Some of it, some of it. But then,
I mean, I grew up listening to reggae in the household as well, and there is, you know what? Funny thing listening to reggae is that being younger, like I'm listening to the beat, I'm not really listening to the lyrics. When you listen to the lyrics of certain artists now, it's like, Pinnock, man, they were talking about it then. What is still happening now? And it's like, I wish I would have got the grasp of it when I was younger, but I wasn't in that mindset. You know what I mean? So you listen to certain things now, it's like, wow, okay.
now do you think like you listen to hip hop and you dissect like some of the stuff they say and you think I'm taking that, some of the stuff they're saying, you can go away with that shit.
Even the artists that I like, they don't really say anything that can help me. I don't feel like. You know?
I hear you.
There's very rare, maybe a line in an album. It's a waste of time. I still love the music, but I don't think hip hop's taught me anything valuable.
No, I hear you on that.
I can't believe I'm saying that because I love hip hop, but I don't think it's taught me anything valuable at all. I can't think of anyone.
What about reggae?
Do you know what I was listening to? I was listening. You played that. Someone put that post in the group. T.O. put the post in the group that basically says that hip hop is responsible for all of our downfall, basically.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was in the gym at that time and I was listening to someone who I thought was positive, Busta Rhymes.
Yeah.
Busta Rhymes and Q-Tip. And I was like, well, Busta Rhymes don't. Do press play. And it's that, money, cards, clothes, hoes, go get your song, robbing, killing, and I was like, shit, that's just hip hop. And I had this in my head, jumping into my head for 20 years, man. Like, how could I ever think of something positive?
Yeah.
And I look back in my 20s and what was I thinking about? All them things.
Yeah, it's true. Like, you know, it's very much growing up watching what the next person had and thinking, I desire that, I want exactly what you've got there, you know, rather than thinking, nah, I need to build, man. Them kind of things there, that's not going to last. But we never thought like that.
We wanted nice clothes, we wanted a car, but that's as far as it go. We didn't want to be a drug dealer or anything like that.
Nah, of course
that
not.
kind of side of it. We just wanted the
It
nicer side.
was the more Trey songs. I want the money,
The
the clothes, I suppose, and I want to be successful.
That's what it was, man.
That's what
But is that
hip-hop sees
success
as
though?
success,
You know what I mean?
isn't it?
Yeah.
He saw that as successful. That's not successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
So-
hip hop's so one track minded that every artist sees that as successful.
Yeah.
There's not enough diversity in, you know, what their ideas.
The best thing to do is listen to them talk. Not listen to them rap, listen to them talk. When they have an interview, they speak different to how they, you know what I mean? They're a little bit more conscious, they're a little bit more...
Why though?
Yeah, but that,
they speak about more what they invest in and what they're
Because it
telling
sells.
people.
You know what I mean? That's sell. What they're spitting and what they're rapping about is selling.
that's not what sells though. What it is you're doing the rapping to get your foot in the door, and then this other thing, get a clothing line, you know, go on tours. That's where you make your money from.
Look at it this way, yeah. I don't want my son to listen to hip hop. I don't want him to listen to hip hop.
Damn.
He's not into it yet,
Do you
and I'm
know
quite
what?
happy about it. But
Yeah,
once he gets
same.
into it, I know
Yeah.
I'd rather him not.
You know what?
It's mad.
That's hard, you know, because Corey loves that drill and grime stuff.
Yeah.
And I was listening, like, in the I just have the radio on in the car when we like going places. We went football this morning. This man knows word for word every one of them drill songs, bro.
Oh Lord.
So what's he thinking about now? Because when I'm listening to Mason, he's like, what you know about going out red legs, TV's in a headrest. That's what I'm thinking, I'm going to get that. So when they talking about, you know you did. So when they talking about in drill, do you know what I'm saying?
It's true. It's true. It's worrying. It is worrying.
Can't remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, and that's another thing there. You see the follow. And then look what
What
happened.
happened? The downfall.
What's that?
Yes.
So remember Dwayne had that
Yeah.
What?
the TV,
TV
and
in
the
the
car.
headrest.
Open the headrest.
Yeah.
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 PlayStation under the seat.
Yeah,
yeah.
man,
Yeah.
PS2.
PS and PlayStation.
So yeah, I never thought I'd say it as an ambassador for hip hop, and someone will always love it. Don't want my kids listening to it. There's not many things in life that I enjoy that I wouldn't pass down to my son. Like films, you share with your kids. Why am I not telling him, yo, go listen to Tupac talk about Kill a Nigga?
Yeah, but your
Yeah.
son's gonna listen to some of that music.
He is going to
I'm
listen
not
to
going
it.
to be the one to show it to him. Though, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I mean, did
So you're gonna stop him when he start listening to it then?
No, I'm just not going to show it to him.
my son doesn't listen to rap
So
at
one of
the
his
moment.
favourite rappers right now is H. This man's up on every JD advert.
Yeah,
So,
isn't he?
you know what I mean? So he's like, yeah, man, let's go. I'll see them trainers that H is wearing, dad. Bruv,
Yeah.
your feet are size 12. You better come away, bruv. Because them prices there are expensive.
12 price, bro.
Them kind of prices there are not JD. No, you're not going there.
Oh, he shugs.
But yeah, but them ones are good. That's nah, bruv. I think that was a good productive podcast.
First one.
Yeah, first one back for the year.
Let us know,
Yeah.
let us know what your
2022.
views are on any of the any of the topics that we discussed today. How you feel about Novak, Boris, and Randy Andy? Let us know.
Anybody that want to come on?
Yeah,
you know,
definitely. We
just
want to
let us
get
know,
you.
man.
We want to get you
Want to
on
hear your
here.
point of view.
Definitely
Yeah.
want some new guests.
Yeah,
Old
some
guests,
new-
come
some
back.
new points of views,
Yeah.
definitely.
We want to hear people. We want this to go somewhere. You know what I mean?
I just want to shout out 2 podcasts as well. Make Ours a Double podcast. Shout out.
yeah.
Big
Yeah.
them up.
Shout
Big
out to the
them up.
ladies.
Yep.
And then also One Step Away From podcast as well. Local podcasts, go and support them.
Yeah,
Nice.
definitely.
Nice.
That's us for this week,
Yeah.
guys.
Peace.
Peace.